everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
You're 20 years old.
Yeah.
You're not a Christian.
No.
And you think that the way that women are voting, like the result of Zoran Mandami, a Muslim, being in control of America's greatest city, that because women voted in Zoran Mandami, that we should continue that trend and every single major city should be ran by a socialist Muslim?
Yeah, so personally, my outlook on life isn't just last year or so. I think your brain probably doesn't have the capacity to think back like 5 years, but I support and recognize
think back to 2001 when the Muslims destroyed the Twin Towers. I could think back that long.
This is cringe as fuck. When was the 19th Amendment ratified?
Don't know exactly, but it should have never been
1920s.
ratified.
Ever since then, women contributed to the majority of productivity. When they integrated themselves into the labor force following that point, they also advocated for expansion of healthcare in America. That was quite literally, I believe, a year after the amendment was
When
ratified.
you say productivity, let's frame this, because right now,
I'm listing off a set of things, right?
Modern day corporate
and now they actually
jobs
make up 50.7%.
daycares for women. They just like make fake jobs, like make women like little
It's easy
desk
for you to
workers
say, yeah.
to keep them out of the homes, to keep them out of marriages, to keep them having children. Modern day jobs are corporate slavery for women, and it's just complete nonsense. It should destroy the nuclear family.
So you want to do, consider, you pride yourself on being an American patriot, right?
Amen, of
For
course.
example, you say that you were attacked because of your First Amendment beliefs, correct?
Always, literally, I mean, within the last 2 weeks, just outside the BET
Okay,
Awards,
I'm not asking for all
holding
that.
a sign.
I'm not asking for all that,
I mean,
bro.
everyone in the world saw them chip out on me.
No one saw it, bro. So I think it's
Literally
important to
the world
recognize that the 19th Amendment is in the Constitution, correct? And it
Yes,
grants,
it is.
what did it do?
Well, granted women's suffrage.
Exactly, right? And the 14th Amendment, there's a
What a
particular
horrible
clause
mistake.
that doesn't allow for the government to, I guess, treat individuals differently based on a set of characteristics. So don't you think, I'm talking. So in the
Let's see what you
Constitution,
got.
I'm assuming, again, you said you're very offended because you were persecuted for your First Amendment rights. Don't you think this is a bit of hypocrisy? I mean, do you respect the Constitution, or do you only pick and choose whenever amendments should be respected?
The Constitution is a living document, first of all, and it needs to serve the will of the people. It needs to serve the best interests of the American people. When a chain of abuses becomes repugnant and it starts to happen over and over again, like women voting in socialist Muslims, like women destroying
one example, by the way.
Like women destroying
One
Supreme
example.
Court. What do you mean? AOC, all of it, they're all voted in by women.
AOC's a what Muslim? Is she a radical Muslim?
She's not a Muslim,
okay.
but she's
So there's
just a
one
radical
instance,
socialist leftist.
Yeah.
What about Ilhan Omar, another one, Muslim socialist leftist, voted in by women? When the chain of abuses
men voted for them too. What are you going to do to the guys?
Well, no. First of all, it was a much smaller percentage. If you ended the 19th Amendment, 90% of the political problems of this country would disappear. But I'm giving a caveat.
I know you don't have a lot of respect for.
We are. Listen, we are.
Here we go. The state mandated girlfriend shit that you want, right? Because you can't get
I have
pussy.
no idea what that means.
Yeah. Well, you want to force women into marriage with you and to have kids with you. That's why.
No,
that's why.
I don't know if you know my background, but I was a club promoter in New York City.
Yeah, you had a failing modeling agency. You're also a college dropout. Yeah, I know your background.
Yeah, before I became, a Christian and a right-wing activist, I had
right-wing terrorist.
I had no problem with women. Let's just put it.
Be honest, right? Let's be honest. I mean, the First Amendment protects your right to lie.
Freedom fighter.
And it prevents the government from targeting you for your First Amendment speech. But the First Amendment doesn't stop me from calling you the fuck out. So you can stop lying.
Let's go back to some amendments are serving a purpose, like the First Amendment.
Serving your narrative.
Other amendments have like
Serving your
forced
desires.
integration, the civil rights movement, the women's suffrage movement. All it's done is destroy the fabric of America.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is people that are easily manipulated through hip hop culture, through Love Island. You're telling me, let me break this down right now. You're telling me the same brain dead, retarded women that watch Love Island have the same vote as a white man like me, who's on point, locked in, knows Jesus Christ, ready to do what's willing for the next
and bands and shit. Hell yeah.
I don't want to put a lot on people and call them out for the things they do, but white men fund a lot of these channels that put out things like Love Island and stuff. Like, there is, behind all of the nonsense that's put on to American TV, there is a white man pushing the buttons. Not saying that white men are bad or whatever, but his point is that women who watch Love Island shouldn't be able to vote, and he's claiming like we should take their vote over white men, and I'm just saying, like, it's a white man putting that stuff out. So like, and there's no shade to white men who own their business. I really don't care. Like, if you want to really compete with them, get on your job. But it's kind of counterproductive what he's spewing, because There's another specific group that I don't want to mention, but because I don't want to get canceled. I seen what happened to Nick Cannon, but I'm telling you, it's another group that does it too.
Hell yeah, white man like me humping goats and vans.
Kamani is a goat fucker. It was a demonstration. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you were demonstrating how to fuck a goat?
Yeah, I was demonstrating that Kamani's a goat fucker, as all Muslims are. You know what I mean? That's why.
So does that put you in the same group as the Muslims or no?
No, this was a political demonstration.
Oh, so you get to fuck goats, but they don't.
I did not have sex with a goat.
You're
I was
humping
doing a demonstration.
A demonstration of humping a goat.
I was making a political point that Kamani's a goat fucker.
Goat.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
It's a little bombastic, but guess what?
I agree.
It drove
it was
home.
embarrassing.
It drives home the point that these people cannot assimilate because they come from a land where having sex with 9-year-olds and humping goats is normal, and that's why they're coming over to our country. The Pakistani gangs in England. Look at that. Over 250,000.
We need to go against the other side of the sea or what? You know, there's millions of Muslims in America, right?
Of course they are. And look what they're doing to our country right now. They're getting their fake little driver's licenses. They're driving these trucks right into families of white people every single day. There was just another one that just ran over a police officer the other day in one of their big 18-wheeler trucks because they come here.
Abusing cops is wrong, right?
Yes, it is.
You know where I'm going with this?
January 6th, of course. But is a tyrant, a redcoat traitorous scum that is defending a stolen election.
Are you talking about yourself?
No,
Oh,
implanting. I'm talking about the U.S. Capitol Police. I'm talking
Oh.
about the people that turned their weapons on unarmed Americans and murdered
Everything
four
is
women.
just so convenient, right?
They
So
murdered-
when it comes to the Constitution,
how many
you can.
weapons,
I'm talking.
How
So
many
when it comes,
weapons were found on January 6th?
There was actually multiple people with loaded firearms.
I'm talking
but
about the
that's
people
besides
that
the
were
point.
killed.
As a matter of fact,
Were
you had
they
weapons
armed?
on you.
Was Ashley Babbitt
you had a
armed?
metal bat.
Yes, I
She
did.
had a knife on her, but you had a metal bat.
Was
and
she
a riot
was she
shield.
brandishing her weapon when she was murdered?
Ashley Abbott broke it. She was one of the first people who tried to go into the Capitol when in January 6th, and that cop shot her point blank in the head. Bam. Now, but in all fairness, when that cop shot her, her peers moved that cop out the way and said, "Why did you do that?" That cop eventually lost her job, but why? All she was doing what she was supposed to do, protect the Capitol. Like, it is what it is. I don't know, but it's a crazy situation. But Ashley Babbitt fuck around and found out fast.
In cold blood.
It doesn't matter.
What do you, okay, coming from this is the defund the police movement over here. Doesn't matter.
Any more slogans for the cameras? Or
that
what?
was cringe.
Yeah, I agree. You're cringe as fuck. So again, let's try and stick to the topic here. So you say you respect cops, but I wanted to point out. I was talking, bro. So I wanted to point out the hypocrisy in just about everything you say. You tend to pick and choose what's important to you based on whether or not it serves your desired policy prescription, or whether or not you get to discriminate against women and dominate them. That appears to be something you enjoy.
We're trying to save women.
I'm talking.
We're trying
bro.
to save
I'm
women
talking.
from being dominated by Islam.
No
They're
listening
voting
to you.
themselves
You have
into
no,
slavery.
You have no political capital, big dog. You're finished.
What do you mean? You got 35,000 followers
You raised like
over here.
$5,000
Come
for your
on.
campaign, bro. Lock the fuck in. You're
I'm
finished.
locked in. Number one
You're
activist in
finished.
America.
Number one terrorist in America.
Trounces the
I'm not
viewership.
done- not
The reason
talk-
why
not
I'm
done
on
talking, bro.
Unfucked is because I'm the big dog here. So pipe down, 20-year-old fucking invader. Go back to Spain, wherever the hell you're
You're
from.
bad as fuck. I'm a
We're
naturalized
sending you
American,
home.
and I care about this country more than you ever will. So it's important to
Naturalized
recognize.
American. Denaturalization.
Oh, is that another amendment you don't like?
Yes, it is.
When was that?
Denaturalized and
14th
deport.
When was the 14th
Those are
Amendment
my two
ratified?
favorite words in the English language.
When was the 14th Amendment ratified?
Don't know.
Don't know. So you don't know when the 19th was ratified, when the 14th was?
Why do we need equal protection under the law so that Somalis can come here and
Did you
rape
say you care about
rape
America?
our country?
What is America?
Well, America is a country founded by white Christian men for their posterity.
Well, I don't know. I
To
think there
their
was-
posterity. It is written inside the documents that you love quoting so much.
Really?
The Declaration of Independence says
America was not found. America was not found. Like, it wasn't just this lost ark. It wasn't like there was no one here before. White Christian men, the same white Christian. See, this is the hypocrisy. White Christian men, if it was white Christian men, came here and terrorized Native Americans, the natives to the land, which they called the Americas, because the guy who discovered America, his last name was Americas or America or some shit like that. I don't know. That's what I read, and I don't know. I'm not sure if that's why they really called it America. But there were people already here, and white men fought and killed and took over land from Native Americans, and then the ones that fought back, they called them savages. They called them Indians. They called them what else did they call them? It's a bunch of names they get. That's Redskins.
For our posterity, Christian white men, not for Muslim invaders.
It says that in the text, really?
For their posterity. What does posterity mean? Their bloodline.
But it doesn't
their
say
heritage,
their
their
posterity,
people.
meaning inbred Jake Lang in like 2026.
Inbred, what do you mean? The greatest country in the world. England came over here, and and all of the European countries came over here and formed this
I'm
new.
trying to stay on topic, bro.
This new diaspora of amazing
You're so bad
white
at this
men
shit.
that secured liberty for 250 years, and it's because of scum like you. The next 250 years is going to be.
For 200, so only for 250 years they secured. Yo, this dude is dumb.
A
You hate
battle.
this country, bro.
No, I
You hate
do
this
not.
country. So,
I hate the invaders
Oh
and
my
the people
God,
that are
the
selling
slogan-
us.
Let me ask you this, MAGA, do y'all claim Jake Lang? Like, is he one of y'all, or is he just a freelance Nazi? Like, I want to hear from real MAGA, like, or I don't know, white men. Do y'all claim Jake Lang? Like, is this how y'all feel, or is this just some one-off, like a small community of white people that feel like this?
you're cringe, dude. This is so performative. No one believes this shit. You're
Yeah, go. How about you walk down the streets of Dearborn,
So
Michigan, and tell me we're not
am
being
I going to get the
invaded?
chance to make my point? You're just going
Yeah.
to be fucking animal
Let's
this entire
go.
debate.
No,
Okay, let's
I'm
try.
just
Let's try
gonna-
not be animalistic, barbaric. Let's try and be mature.
That's not
How
our
old are you
side.
then? How old are you?
Me, I'm 31 years old.
Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Finished. 31 years old. Ghost and insurrecting the Capitol. But that's besides the point. Listen, you tend to pick and choose whenever something is good or something should be protected. America is not picking and choosing so you can be a tyrannical piece of shit and dominate minority classes, political classes they don't really agree with on basic politics. I'm sorry, that's not how this country works.
What are you going to say when
I
we're
know-
minorities?
Shut
What are you
the
going to
fuck
say
up.
then? You're going to hide behind the word minorities?
I'm
White
not done
people are about to
talking.
become
It's not about
minorities.
race, bro. Stop making everything about
Yeah, but
race.
you just say, "Oh, minorities need to be protected."
It's a
Come on,
political
we're
minority.
about to
Use
be
your brain,
we're
bro.
about to be minorities
Okay,
in our
yeah,
own
sure,
country,
whatever.
in our own country, and you don't care about that. You don't care about the white people of this world because you don't think that we deserve to live.
I think that
The
you should be
whole-
in jail, but that's just you, though. All the other white people, we're good. We're cool unless you support this. So
No,
it's
the
important to
white people-
recognize.
so you're
Bro, I'm gonna
importing a
get my
third
chance to
person.
talk.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
there you go.
please,
I'll give
pipe
you
the
a few.
fuck down, bro.
I'll give it to
Yeah,
you.
shut the fuck up.
I'll show
Thank
my
you.
benevolence.
So, just really quick.
With a wave of my hand, you can
Jesus
speak.
Christ, not done? That's hilarious, isn't it? So again, you tend to pick and choose, but I'm sorry, America is not a place for a king, and I know you want one. You want to go back to your inbred wasteland in the UK, but that's besides the point. You want to go to England or whatever. But we're not doing those things around here. America is anti-majoritarian institutions. You probably can't define what that is. America's democracy, America's negative rights, and the rule of law. You can't define any of those things. Of
course I can
shut the
define
fuck
all
up.
of
You
that.
quite literally defied and violated every single one of those constitutions to this country.
No.
Because you hate it, you piece of shit. And it's
Listen,
important to stop talking.
when the people start to
Wait,
see,
maybe
when
if I
the
talk
people,
like your daddy, you'll shut the fuck up.
Shut
Shut
up,
President
President Trump has saved our country from invaders that are trying to destroy the very institutions.
No, he's actually
you're
released
quoting.
violent criminals like you.
Do you
You
believe?
committed 5 crimes since 2021. A repeat
You
offender
believe-
that's
it's
out
actually-
walking free in the streets.
it's actually
terroristic
6.
threats,
It's
vandalism.
actually 6.
No. Oh, it's 6.
Yes,
oh,
it's
awesome.
6.
Another one. You can
First Amendment
terroristic threats, vandalism,
demonstrations.
First Amendment demonstrations, like
We are
showing up
trying to
with a
secure
baseball bat, a
these
metal
rights
baseball bat, and a
for
ride
the
shield to the
next
Capitol.
Generation, brother. The next generation will
Can't
not
put
have
words
the
together
rights that
either,
you're
huh?
talking about
Yeah.
if the Muslims
You're
take
really bad at
over,
this shit.
if the Hindus take over,
Yeah.
if the Pakistanis take over. Because guess what? They come from third world shitholes, tyrannical regimes.
Yes, we've heard it before.
Okay, so when you import the third world, what do you get? All of a sudden you get some beautiful American version of Hinduism? No, you get the same shit that they got over here. And
is
they do
horny.
not respect the
This is
rights
just
that the
opinionated
white
bullshit.
man has set up in
You
this
don't respect
country.
the rights either, you
We are
dumbass. They're
trying
trying
to-
to repeal the 19th Amendment and the 14th.
First
Are
of
you
all,
fucking stupid?
I said married women with children can
That's still a
vote.
violation. You can't discriminate based on sex.
We're trying to save
And
their
in
rights
violation
for
of
the
Equal
future.
Protections Clause.
When
What
peop-
future? You're not going to have a future. You're never going to have
There
kids,
you
bro.
go. There it
You
is.
think anybody wants to have a child with
Admitted.
you?
White people don't have a future in America.
Just you. I'm sorry. Stop trying to give yourself
White
up.
people do
You're-
not have
you're
a
the only
future in
victim little
America.
bit. All other white people are not fucking crazy racists
No,
like
what do
you.
you mean?
I
We
hate
just
this
had the
country.
greatest
So
demonstration
Amer-
of white
Oh, my
unity
God,
at the
bro.
United States Capitol
There's
on
like
July
fucking
4th.
300 people. Relax,
The
bitch. That's
Patriot
just
Front
nothing, bro.
with one of the greatest political
Yeah.
speeches been delivered in this generation.
Not
And
done.
we, guess what?
Not done, bro.
You have not seen the wrath of the white man when we rise. You have
What, are
not
you
seen.
going to come up with 2 baseball bats?
Man, this is why I say I don't think Donald Trump is racist. He has had let me rephrase that. He's been found of doing some racist stuff. but I don't think he's racist. He may be a bigot, but he's not a racist. But because he's not a racist, the racists think that he's a racist. And that is enough for me to say no. If the racists think you're racist, that's enough for me to say no. And this guy thinks Donald Trump is a racist. And Donald Trump, if Donald Trump passes that law to for birthright citizenship to be taken away, his ass need to be the first to go, because his parents are not from America. His grandfather's not from America. Nobody's from America. His wife not from America. So if his wife is not from America, Barron gotta go. Barron has to go. Your mom is not from America. There's no birthright citizenship. Just because you born here, your mama's an immigrant. Take your ass back to wherever your mama came from.
This time.
Oh man, we took the Capitol out of single shot fired. Imagine if
like
we get together. Who's your president? Who's your daddy, baby? Okay, whose border is closed? How many of your Spanish brothers are sitting there banging on the fence saying, "Let me in for the EBT. I want free everything, free healthcare, free college, free everything. Let me in." And Daddy Trump's like, "Sorry, go back to Venezuela. Sorry." That's the reality you're living in right now. We have a white vice president and a white president. Okay, the leadership of America is being represented by people who respect the same things that I respect. On the world stage, you can see on the world stage you can see white men are leading the charge right now. We're in charge. We don't have Joe Biden crippled.
He was white, wasn't he white?
Yeah, but that's like a race trader.
Like a stupid white race trader.
It's a race trader. Yeah, that's different. They get dealt with first.
I mean, he had kids with a white woman, and you're just a single loser.
I'm not a single loser.
Oh, really? Where are your kids at?
They're coming, baby.
Donald Trump doesn't even have kids with a. I take that back. He do have kids with a white woman, a very ugly one, might I add. But his Barron is not white. Barron is, what is Melania Trump, like Czechoslovakian or some shit like that? She's something.
A couple in the oven.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you can't have sex with goats and then impregnate them. Sorry, it's not how it works.
No, that's only Kamani can
again,
do
let's
that.
try.
That's how you get a Muslim.
Let's try and stick to the subject.
That's how you got Ilhan Omar.
Okay, name a single crime Muslims committed in this country.
How about the 2 bombs that were just thrown at me in New York City by ISIS terrorists? I mean, you're handing these to me.
Wait, but that sounds really bad, right? Throwing bombs, pipe bombs?
No, they were nail bombs with TAT
there was
chemical
bombs
compound.
on January 6th. There was people
bombs
with guns
on
at January
6th
6th
by some female cop or some black guy. I mean,
name him. Give me evidence of anything that you're saying.
There was a female cop that was his number one suspect.
What was her name?
I don't remember these people's names.
You're a idiot.
No, I know macro level what's right. I know righteous things. You deal in the subversive, small little bullshit.
Like protecting the Constitution or knowing that you're a terrorist.
Constitution, loser. So Muslims can replace you and your family.
There's like 4 million Muslims in the country.
Yeah, and guess what?
You're a jihadist. You insurrected the Capitol. You idiot.
Ask AI right now for all the people out there.
Yeah, you're gonna rely on
within 100 years. How many Muslims will be in Texas? The answer is 40 million. Okay.
Really?
Yes, that's more than the population of Texas right now. It is an invasion, a demographic replacement. And if it was happening to Palestine, you'd cry your eyes out. Oh, genocide replacement.
This conversation is about women having the rights to vote. By the way,
but I'm saying it's happening to my. The reason why
you're an animal with like 70 IQ.
The reason why we must.
That bothers you, huh?
No.
Yeah.
The reason why we must take voting rights from women is because we love them and we want to protect them from the cancer that they're voting into themselves. They're voting themselves into a subservient, disgusting position where they will be corporate slaves and Muslim slaves. The Christian
what is
viewpoint.
any Mamdani policy that he's advocated for that would enslave
women? How about taxing white neighborhoods more? Did you one?
Really?
That's famous.
What's it called?
That's his. He ran on that. That was his agenda.
No, it's called
tax white neighborhoods more.
It's called the Tax White Neighborhoods War Bill.
How about the let's have Muslim prayer calls in the middle of Times Square and have some domination, humiliation ritual happening on the street corner of America and in the front of all of God's creation. We're being dominated by some freaking goat fuckers.
He's talking about that. He's talking about that streamer Sneeko. Sneeko was in Times Square doing. I'm gonna try to find that video real quick.
disgusting third world mongrels that do not respect any part of the Constitution that you swear to have so much allegiance to. Why are you importing people that do not respect our constitutional values? The reason why I'm willing to take away temporarily and only grant married women to vote is because we're trying
the government the capacity to write out an entire class of people from participating in U.S. elections. That is a tyrannical dictator playbook.
That was not.
That is what the Muslims are doing.
Okay,
you are quite literally the living embodiment of all the things that you fucking hate. You're a piece of shit that wants to dominate women. You don't like the idea of democracy. You don't respect American forms of government. You don't respect American norms. What you want to do is write on an entire class of people, get rid of equal protections so you can dominate them and stop people from disagreeing with you.
Like children
you're too fucking retarded to articulate yourself.
The women keep on touching a stove and they go and they keep burning their hand and burning their hand.
It's the most, it lacks substance. You don't have a fucking argument.
This is what parents,
you hate this country. You show up to the Capitol with a fucking metal bat and you assault police officers because you're a coward little bitch. That's what you are. Give me evidence of anything that you're saying.
There was a female cop that was the number one suspect.
What was her name?
I don't remember these people. Democrat usurpation.
Like what?
Usurpation. Like communist, Marxist bullshit.
No. I want the slogans. What is it that the Donald Trump administration, when he had his FBI in power, found about January 6th? Was there election interference?
Yes, there was.
Okay, give me evidence.
How about 2,000 mules? 2,000 mules. I saw it with my own eyes.
No, you fucking did.
Yes, I did. What do you mean? I saw freaking like whole
where's the investigation by Donald Trump?
It's coming. Don't worry.
It's coming.
Listen,
when is it getting?
The mass arrests are coming. The deep state will crumble.
I ask you a question.
President Trump is in control.
I ask you a question.
Patriots in control. Don't worry, America.
I ask you a question. When is it coming?
It's coming.
Oh, really?
Don't worry. There's many of these people. And first of all,
I didn't ask for people. I'm asking for evidence.
Officer Fanone has currently been referred to on 7 criminal charges by the DOJ.
That's a lot less than what you've done. You fucking terrorist.
So look, I make my point and then you switch to an ad hominem. How about that one? Always attacking me.
Argumentative fallacies. You don't know shit about logic, but you're like fucking 30 IQ.
I answer your question, you immediately switch.
You didn't provide any evidence. You said Michael Fanone is like criminal charges. What's the relevance of one officer that you fucking idiots assaulted has to do with anything proving that there's election fraud?
Kill Roseanne Boylan, and he did end up murdering her.
No, Roseanne
Boylan died from chemical asphyxiation from the Capitol Police spraying her while she was on the ground. I watched her die. I was trying to save her life.
You were too busy fighting.
My hands were on her.
She dropped at 4:30 p.m. You started
4:21 p.m.
Stop talking.
She died in my arms at 4:23.
You started fighting at the West Terrence Tunnel at around 2 p.m. to around 5 p.m. 2:40 p.m. to around 5 p.m.
Yes, sir. Yes, I was inside that tunnel trying to push through.
To do what? To kill the vice president of the United States? You fucking terrorist. What were we gonna do? What were we gonna do?
We were gonna make sure that our voices are heard. Our First Amendment right to a redress of grievance was on the line. Your
First Amendment right is not to assault police officers, which is, by the way, something you condemn Muslims for doing. Don't you recognize that this entire time you say that Muslims are trying to dominate women, destroy our rights, kill our people, assault our officers, when you did the same?
And you want to do the same. You want to get rid of the 19th Amendment. Standing up for your country.
What's the fucking difference?
What do you mean? When your country is under peril, when they're trying to change the election results and replace
Who wants to suspend the Constitution, you fucking idiot?
No, we want to make sure that women keep on touching. Who says that the Constitution should be suspended?
Who says that the Constitution should be suspended? You can't answer my fucking question, you coward. You see how much of a fucking coward you are? Answer my fucking question.
We need to.
Who asked for?
We need to
suspend the
make sure.
Constitution.
No, just for the 19th Amendment.
He wanted to federalize
elections to make sure that we can Democrat usurpation.
Okay, so what I get is we've sat here and listened to enough of this argument, okay? And let's be honest, man. Let's be honest about January 6th, and let's be honest about Jake Lang. Like, you know what? This is what I want to say to white people and white people all around. It is okay to love the skin you're in. It's okay. You're not racist because you love to be white and you like white things and you're where you come from, and it's okay to love that stuff, okay? You're not racist because you love your history, your heritage. You know, it's okay. It's definitely okay. Okay? And I just want to say that. So, with that same respect, black people, love yourself too. The only thing is, in America, there's been a disproportionate rate of terrorism towards black people throughout history. Now, I know some people are gonna be mad about that, whatever. But so when black people say, black power, or, I love my black skin, you can't make me hate my black skin. I don't think white people understand why black people say that is because when slaves and even non-slaves, black people were raped and forced to have pregnancies by white men, and then you have this light-skinned baby, and now you take the light-skinned baby and be like, oh, you're light-skinned, you're better than that dark-skinned person. So when black people say, I like the skin I'm in, it's not because black people are being racist. It's actually a stigmatism that was placed by white men, or the white man, not actual white men, but white people, that says that light-skinned people, because they're half white or other, are better than dark-skinned people. But the thing is, all at the same time, those light-skinned people still didn't get the respect of being white. And so I think there's a disconnect in people understanding what that really means. And this is why they don't want, what's a thing called in class? They don't want to teach you these things in class, because there's a lot of colorism in the black community, and we didn't know, but that was embodied into our society to make us look at each other different. And if you get these two, the light-skinned black person fighting the dark-skinned black person, you'll always keep them divided. You'll keep divided, and that's the thing. They wanted to divide us, and it worked. So that's all. Like, love your skin, love the skin you in, love your heritage. But there's a deeper meaning to all of it. It's not just, oh, I'm black and I'm proud, and that's the surface level of what you're black and what being black means. When this guy Jake Lang says, which his name is Lang, and I'm like, what white man has the last name Lang? That doesn't even sound like a white man's name. It sounds Asian, but I don't. But Jake Lang thinks that white is where it's at, and he has no idea. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. All right, I didn't say it was white's fault. I said, it's kind of like, it's not white people's fault. I'm saying, if, man, you just had to be there. I wasn't there, but all right, listen to this. All right, one of my favorite books is called Standing at the Scratch Line, right? Standing at the Scratch Line is back in is the time period is like the 1900s, early 1900s, 1910, 1920, 1930. And when it comes with the second book was distance of a summer's eve or something like that, and it talks about how one son was made from a white dad. The mother was raped by the two sons were different because one was dark skinned and one was light skinned, and you wouldn't understand because that's at the time him being a light skin, he was able to do things that the dark skinned son wasn't able to do. It's I don't know. It's just a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? My daddy was a light skinned man back in the 70s, the 60s and 70s. Like, he will tell me like the different things that he got. My dad could pass damn near as a white man. Like, if y'all see how light I am, my daddy's like this color. I'm this color. This my daddy like this color. So, you know, it is what it is. Y'all think I'm playing like being light skinned. It's not. I'm not blaming white people. Like, it's not every. You can say white people's fault to a certain degree, but it's not white people's fault. Like, everything was perpetuated into the cultures. Like, y'all gotta understand. Like, it's more than just. It's not cut and dry. It's like, I can't just explain. Like, I can't tell you one thing and then not explain something else and then not explain something else. Because when we come to today, the thing is, y'all gotta understand. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of who you are, because you all you got. Be proud of your kids. But don't teach them to hate somebody because of the color of their skin. Don't teach them that all black people are bad and they chimping out and shit like that. That's the shit that don't make sense. It's 2026. And you got people out here trying to start a race war. And y'all don't even understand why y'all fight, just like Jake Lang. The fact that Jake Lang don't even like women, he don't like women, he don't like white women, black women, no women. I don't know why people still think that like racism is good when these same white guys don't like women, but they'll defend shit like this. And then y'all, DEI helped a lot of. It helped more white women than it helped black men. Asian men was helped more than black men. The reason why they got rid of DEI was because of black women. They got rid of DEI because of black women. White men don't care about black men. They don't care about Asians. They don't care about women. They don't care about white women. They don't care about Mexicans. They don't care about none of that. They have no fear of any of that. But the reason why they got rid of DEI is because of black women. They think that black women don't deserve to be over them. And black women are the most educated. They the most sneaky, they not, I mean, in a good way, but they figure shit out. They catch all they men cheating. You think you doing something, man. If you want a private investigator, hire a single black woman. She'll find anything out. And that's the problem with white men. They are afraid of black women. If you don't believe it, look at the statistics of black women CEOs, of black women in managerial positions. Just look at it. It's overwhelming. And, you know, people like Jake Lang don't like to see that. So that's why they wanted to get rid of DEI, because they say they're not qualified. When these women are overqualified, some of these women got go find a black woman that been to school. They got like 4-5 degrees. I ain't lying. I am not lying. Black women are the most. I want to know every book between Dean Koontz and Western civilization, like from A to Z. Like, they want to know every book. But that's my rant for the day.